things that black folk don't do?
Black people don't.
I don't know.
I think black folk do most things.
They say that we don't know how to ski or we never been on skis. I love skiing, okay? We do ski. Not only that, we surf too. So these things that people don't believe that we do things that's totally out of the ordinary that some of the people think that we don't. But there's a lot of stuff that we do that people think that we don't do.
Black folk don't swim is an interesting thing that's been around for a long time, and you hear about it, and we definitely joke about it as if it is true. I don't think there's any natural human biological thing of melanin and buoyancy.
There's always a joke that we've done the water thing as a people and we're in a great rush to return to it.
I don't know, a lot of black people scared of deep water.
I was also afraid of water. Right, so I had chances earlier to learn how to swim, and when I was younger, just didn't really have the courage.
This black folk does not swim because I've always had a fear of water. I saw someone drown when I was 7, and I remember the helpless feeling.
I smell chlorine, I see the water, I think I can't breathe. Like lots of water, I can't breathe. I can't even watch movies about water. I feel like I can't breathe.
I have no desire to learn to swim or to, get in water or anything, because for some reason that fear is still there. Even when my daughter was little and when she was in the pool, I hold my breath.
Pretty sure my mom doesn't know how to swim, because I remember this one trip to LA, and it was my first time going to the beach, and she said, don't go close to the water. And I said, well, why can't I go close to the water? Because that's the whole point. I want to be able to, see the Pacific, touch the Pacific Ocean and things like that. And she's like, well, I can't swim. I can't save you. So no, don't go to the water. So I spent a good part of the day just on the sand watching everybody else go into the water.
And still, I'm 60, and that happened when I was 7. So, it's just a fear.
I don't swim. I didn't quite learn how to swim as a kid. My parents exposed me to it. I didn't really like being under the water. I was never afraid of it, but I just didn't enjoy that feeling. And but my sister learned how to swim quite well. So I mean,
I know how to swim. I'm a shark in the water.
Especially in New Orleans, we surrounded with water. We swimmers.
I know a number of brothers that swim. I swim myself. I love swimming.
My parents, they put me in swimming lessons when I was about, I would say 6. My brother and I learned how to swim I was actually almost a lifeguard.
I enjoy being in the water. I enjoy the beach. I enjoy pools.
And I had friends, black friends, who swam. So, I don't know, maybe I'm white.
We do swim, right? But again, there are cultural and social factors that sort of mediate how much we swim.
A lot of it has to do with the hair. It's like, girl, I don't want to get my hair wet, because water is like black woman's kryptonite.
There isn't any African-American women's hairstyle, except for a very, very short natural, that allows sort of consistent, regular swimming without having hours on the other end to manage your hair in some ways.
Black folk don't swim is something I think that most people think of because they don't see many black folks swimming. We don't have access to swimming pools. We haven't traditionally had the opportunities to swim as much.
For pools, it was all public pools. And there were so many people in the pool. Where were you swimming? You had 2 inches of water around you.
When you have a group of people who don't have access to pools and don't learn how to swim, then that sort of just continues to extend out further. And then you don't have any role models. So you don't see anybody swimming and saying, this is great.
I don't swim, but it's really important that my sons swim. And so I want them to not have the same fear that I have. So they are taking swim lessons, and they love the water. And that's really important to me. That's something I do not want to pass on to my children.
I think it really does matter. For a little while here, after Katrina, there were still a lot of abandoned houses and things like that, and therefore there were pools that were left uncovered. And so for a short period of time, I remember where there were kids breaking into the backyards and getting in the pools, and a lot of them were drowning because they didn't know how to swim.
Living in this city, we live around a lot of water. So that should be a law in this town. Everybody should know how to swim, especially after Katrina.
No shoes, no problem. Everybody laugh with a little more volume.